All right, let's go straight into the gist. Make sure you like this video right now and subscribe so you don't miss any of our new updates. This one is hot and you need to hear it clearly because it concerns every single Nigerian. So the talk right now is about what Senator Enyinnaya Abaribe said, and that statement has shaken a lot of tables. He said, Nigeria has lost its moral compass, a country that rewards terrorists. It's a shame for the United States to be reminding us what we should do. That statement alone has made people stop and think. Many are saying he spoke the truth. Others say he went too far. But what's really behind that strong statement? Let's talk about it properly. You see, Abaribe didn't just wake up to make noise. He's speaking out of frustration. For months now, things have been happening in this country that don't make sense to many citizens. People are being arrested, some released quietly, others left to rot in detention. And then you see the same country negotiating or pardoning others who have done worse things. It makes people ask, who are we as a nation? Why does justice work for some and fail for others? If you've been following what's going on, you know the conversation has been hot, especially around the Southeast, the issue of security and the long detention of Nnamdi Kanu. Abaribe has always been one of those who talk boldly about justice and fairness. He's saying that Nigeria can't keep punishing people selectively. When the government pardons or rewards people accused of violent acts but keeps some others locked up for expressing their views, then where is our moral direction? Please like this video and subscribe because what I'm about to explain next is where the real issue lies. Now, the main point.
We are in a state that has lost its moral compass, and we cannot run away or shy away from saying that truth. We have lost our moral compass. And why do I say so? When bandits kidnap children and the state rewards them with amnesty, what do you think we have? We have lost whatever morality we have. When soldiers are killed in ambushes and in organized skirmishes by bandit terrorists, whatever name you call them, and the killers are rewarded with integration, what do you think that is? It is a state that has lost its morality, because every state is built on a foundation of morality, which is justice and equity.
Point in his statement is that we've reached a stage where foreign countries like the United States are reminding us about human rights, justice, and the rule of law, things we should already know as a nation. And you can't blame them completely because every time something happens, an arrest, an attack, or a protest, the world sees it instantly online. They read about our court cases, they watch our protests, they see our security actions. So when they start asking questions or calling for fairness, it shows how far our image has fallen. But let's be honest, Abaribe's point is not just about image, it's about conscience. He's asking, how can a country be quick to dialogue with people who have destroyed lives and property, yet find it hard to show mercy or fairness to citizens who are simply demanding justice or self-determination through lawful means? That's why his words lost its moral compass hit hard. It's not about insulting Nigeria. It's a wake-up call for our leaders to do better. And this is where it gets deeper. Many Nigerians today feel unheard. When court orders are ignored, when peaceful protesters are treated like criminals, and when big names get away with anything, people begin to lose faith. That's dangerous because once citizens stop believing in the system, they start looking for other ways to be heard. And that's where tension comes from. So you can see why that statement is trending. It carries the frustration of millions of people who just want a fair country. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe now if you haven't, because we're breaking this down with full sense and honesty. Let's move on. When Abaribe said it's a shame for the United States to remind us what to do, he was reacting to how some foreign governments are now openly commenting on Nigeria's internal issues, especially about court cases, human rights, and political detentions. You see, this used to be something countries discuss behind closed doors.
In other words, if you commit a crime, you pay the price for that crime. And so, where does that bring us to? It brings us to a point where a nation that rewards terror will one day find that terror will take over power in that state. Because you're not punishing terror, rather you're rewarding them. And when you pay a kidnapper, all that you have done is that you have sown the seed for the next kidnap, because he will continue to do what he's doing. And so, what are our recommendations for what you need to do as a nation? And I say this advisedly, because in 2015, in the inception of this APC government, I was the minority.
But now it's public. It shows how worried the international community is becoming. And instead of us fixing the root problems, we sometimes get defensive and say, foreigners shouldn't interfere. But the truth is, if we were doing things right, nobody would have to interfere. This is the part where we must pause and ask ourselves, what kind of country are we building? A country that silences truth, or one that listens? Because moral compass means doing what's right even when it's hard. It means treating people equally no matter their tribe, belief, or opinion. It means obeying court orders and giving justice without bias. If we can't do that, then the senator's words might just be right. We're losing direction. Now, don't get it twisted. This doesn't mean supporting crime or rebellion. Every country has the right to defend its unity and punish anyone who breaks the law. But there's a difference between enforcing the law and abusing it. Justice must be fair and transparent. If a person is accused, bring the evidence, let the court decide, and respect the outcome. That's what makes a nation respected. If you're still watching, thank you. Make sure you like this video right now. It helps more people see the truth we're discussing here. Let's keep going. Abaribe's statement has also sparked reactions in the political space. Some people say he's using emotional language to attack the government. Others say he's speaking for those who can't speak for themselves. But in between these two sides lies the real truth. Nigerians are tired of double standards. We see people who have stolen billions walking free, smiling and even contesting elections, while small-time offenders are in prison for years. It's heartbreaking and confusing. That's what he means when he says we reward terrorists. Not literally giving medals to them, but by showing more leniency to people who commit bigger wrongs than to those who simply demand justice. And when we do that, we're sending a bad message that evil pays, that truth suffers, and that fairness no longer exists. Another thing that makes this conversation deep is how the world now views us. Nigeria used to be seen as a moral voice in Africa, a country that led peace missions and stood strong for democracy. But today, the story is changing. Foreign governments are raising concerns about human rights, about press freedom, about how we treat our citizens. And that's why Abaribe's words sting, because deep down, many Nigerians agree. Please, if you're enjoying this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe so we can keep bringing you honest talk like this. Now let's wrap it up in a calm, clear way. The senator's statement is not just a complaint, it's a reflection of the anger and disappointment in many hearts. People are not asking for too much, they're asking for
Majority leader in the Senate which meant that I was officially the person in opposition. And I continued to shout and cry. And I said then that rather than confront the evil before it, the government preferred to deal in propaganda. And I made a quotation that those who live by propaganda will also die by propaganda. And that is where we are today. 10 years after, rather than abating, the matter has simply worsened, and worsened to the extent that a foreign power is now trying to set us, to tell us this is your moral compass where you should be. That somebody is coming from America to tell us what to do. It's a shame on Nigeria. Why?
Justice, peace, and fairness. They want a country that obeys its own laws, a country that treats everyone equally, a country that doesn't need outsiders to remind it to do what's right. So as we end this gist, let's remember that Nigeria is still our home. We can disagree, we can complain, but at the end of the day, we must want progress. The government must show fairness, the courts must be transparent, and citizens must keep demanding accountability without violence. That's how we find our moral compass again. If you believe in that, please like this video right now, share it with your friends, and drop your thoughts in the comment section. Or do you think Senator Abaribe is right? Has Nigeria really lost its moral compass? Or do you think people are just overreacting? Let's talk about it below. Don't forget to subscribe for more real-time updates and deep talk like this one. I'll keep bringing you the truth, straight, calm, and clear.